Good Sunday morning, everybody. Welcome to Sunday with Spirit. For my new people, this is not a political poll. For my new people, welcome. I've been thinking whether I need to keep repeating that opening every Sunday. And I think yes, because what I'm doing with this is setting the intention of moving to a higher light, a higher color, a higher vibration. So we are a community of like-minded people raising the vibration of ourselves and our planet. And that's what we intend. That's what we are manifesting with these Sundays. And so it's important for me to keep saying that, to keep the intention really clear. When in shamanic cultures, when we do a journey or anything, it's all about the intention. When I do a tarot read, it's all about the intention of the question. And that can get, if you're not really clear with it, you're going to get kind of a unclear answer. So today I wanted to be really clear on raising our vibration so that we get to raise the vibration of the planet during these somewhat stressful times. There's a lot of elections going on in the world, a lot of world issues that are weighing on us, and it's easy to get trapped in the 3D world and not stay really focused on the higher realms, the angelic realms, the galactic realms, creator realm. So when we meditate, we get into that space, but it's really hard to stay there. If we go and bring in our angels and our guides, and let's just say we bring in our angels to surround us and to keep us at peace and to keep us in love, and we're closing our eyes and we're there. Many of us have a hard time staying there. Things will distract us. Second time I started this video, something out the window distracted me, and I go, and I just lost my whole train of thought. So now I'm ready, and I said, if something is out the window that distracts me, I'm okay with it. So we have to kind of like prep our 3D brains so that we could stay in the space of light, color, warmth, love. All right, so let's just look at how we stay in that space. And again, it may be hard, but because we're going to be flipping cards, maybe it's going to be a little easier to stay in there. Let's drop this down. Did I say thank you all for joining me today? Thank you all for joining me today. Okay, here we go. So the way I have this set up, we have lots of different cards. Try to remember all the names. This is 7 Energies, Work Your Light, Starman, Shaman's Dream, Prism Oracle, Return to Spirit. What's that one called? This is my new one that I'm liking. Aboriginal Spirit and Lakota Sweat Lodge. And of course, the contact card. The centerpiece is here. This is where we want to live. This is where, when things get crazy, we want to go to this space here and be at one with our angels, with our guides, and be protected in this space. This outside area is not what is trying to keep us out of here, I drew these, pulled these so that they may show what is drawing us, but it's more of an enhancement to stay here. So it's nothing that's pulling us away from protection. It's all about keeping us into this protection space. And I hope I'm not repeating myself, because I said I had to start this again. This space, when we're looking at this, so often we will be feeling attacked by what somebody says, but it also goes to how we react to that impulse. If we have energy coming into us, how do we react to it? If we react negatively, then we're not staying in the light. We're adding to the negative. So it's really important how we deal with the adversity that's coming our way and how we respond to it. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I said that, because I think that that's probably the most important thing. Anyway, staying in the light. Wow. Quieting the mind. Wow. Big card. And again, how long can you all keep your mind quiet from the chatter? Some days it's 30 seconds for me. Other days I can do it for an hour. But yeah, it's probably about a half hour is where I'm good. And if I practice more, I'd be better. All right. Land in between. This is an interesting card with the election cycles going on. If we dig our heels into one position, we're not going to get to the land in between. So there's a blending of things. Sometimes we think the worst is going to happen, and it's really not that bad. Then again, sometimes we're like shocked. Oh my God, how did we let that happen? But there is this land in between. And that goes along with quieting the mind, because when I quiet the mind and I go into the higher realm, it does feel like it's a land in between. It feels like there's a whole separate world that is opening up when I quiet the mind. And it's got stars in it. But it's still, in shamanic cultures, you still bring all your senses up into this land in between, into this higher realm. And you can see all the stars lit up here. So it does feel like it's in space, but it's also using all your senses, your sight, smell, touch, feeling. Did I mention them all? I think I did. And when we quiet the mind, when we go into the land in between, our intention is for perfect harmony. That's what we want. We want everybody to get along. Well, speaking for myself, I want everybody to get along. I want there to be perfect harmony between religions, between nationalities, between tribal factions. And you hear that word a lot with this election cycle. Perfect harmony. And I thought about that last night. Is there such a thing as perfect harmony? if I quiet the mind and I end up in the land in between? Yes, there is. For me, there is. It's perfect. When I get down to this side of the land or this side, then it's not perfect harmony. Then it's out of balance. This is in balance. What can we add to this? So I want to stay here, but I fall out, something happens. What can I do to stay in here more? Old man, sorcerer of the north. This card is about creating what you want to create. It's about putting out your intention and then trusting that the old man, sorcerer of the north, is going to make it happen. But this old man, sorcerer, works. So you can see the water. It's a little jagged here. Okay, a lot of twists and turns. It's not a straight river, but it's full of color. It's full of life. We may get a little angle and go, oh, didn't expect that. But if we trust that our intention is really clear, old man sorcerer will make it happen. An old man sorcerer is working with you when you quiet your mind. So it's just not somebody that's just going to do this automatically. It goes back to intention. Kind of like the magician. If the magician isn't really clear on the steps he needs to take to create his magic, it's probably not going to work. Old man sorcerer, set your intention to stay in perfect harmony. Let's go across. This is Starman. The Hierophant. This is the higher order of things. This is the higher order of things. This is the higher order of things. But the Hierophant has a church vibe to it. And in this card, I don't know if you can see it. This is the Starman card, based on David Bowie artwork. This Hierophant is made out of a wolf. He's got wolf elements in him. And the wolf is a lot misunderstood. They think a wolf always, just took and stole and killed. But really, the wolf is gregarious. The wolf is, they mate for life. They have a strong family. So there's two sides to this. And with the church, there's two sides to it. We have so many wars that are created all under the name of religion. Yet, when you walk into a church, many times you feel that land in between. You feel that perfect harmony. It's the greed and the power that have changed that perfect harmony of church into and changed the dynamic of the wolf from a loving, caring, fun-loving entity to one who, robs chicken coops and steals other food. But this higher order, we have to stay with the higher order, not drop into the lower order. Again, land in between. Let's look down here. This is work your light, I think. Return to spirit. Fearless. Fearless. So when we jump into fearful mode, certainly we're not up here. We're all about fear. What's going to be taken away from us? What are we going to lose? We don't have any control. That's fear. Fearless is we're going to make whatever comes our way work out. That's Old Man Sorcerer of the North. That's the higher order of the Hierophant. Fearless. Work your light. Just say yes. I like this card, 3 women coming together. It feels like the 3 of Wands in tarot. Tapping in to the land in between. Just say yes. All right, let's see, where are we going? Shaman's Dream. And we got a bonus, too. Garden of Venus. Rest and renewal. So, to me, I look at this card and I go, okay, what's the message? Yeah, take a rest. Renew yourself. It's kind of like the Old Man Sorcerer of the North. The North is where we are resting for the springtime, for when new things come to us. So this is a time for contemplation, rest. But with this card, I feel like there should be something more, which there is because I got 2 cards out of it. Hollow Bone. Teachability. This card talks about ego and letting the ego out of your bones, becoming a hollow bone, becoming an open vessel so that the negativity, the ego, that's what we're afraid of. That's we're hanging on to that ego because our ego is going, don't let me go. Don't. You can't let me go, because if you let me go, then you're going to be egoless. You're going to be fearless. So this hollow bone is all about teachability. Opening up the vessel so you can look at other points of view and go, okay, you can absorb other things. And what we want to absorb in our quieting of the mind is the perfect harmony that we all get to live in. Contact card. Oh, reptilian. Wow. That reptilian brain, fight or flight, is not what this card is about. This card is about letting go of that reptilian fight or flight brain, that reactionary brain. You said something to me, I'm going to say something back to you. So this is letting us know that to get to this land in between, this perfect harmony, we have to become a little bit of hollow bones. We can't keep saying no in anger. And I don't know if reptilians are angry, all of them. I don't think that they are. They just look angry. I ended up with a bunch of reptilians for pets, unintentionally. But I guess I brought them in somehow, and they're amazing. They are amazing. But some people were just totally freaked out with them. I just thought they were fascinating. You have a snake that can eat without a knife and fork, can crawl up a tree without arms or legs. You try that. Okay, moving on to, I forgot the name of this. This is Aboriginal, I can't remember. Oh. Mother Goddess. Creator. Old man sorcerer of the north taps into creator. Mother Goddess is creator. Mother, where we all come from. The source of all. Coming from the land in between. And Mother Goddess, it kind of goes with the Hierophant too. The Hierophant is man's idea of, hey, let's tap into creator, but then they kind of mess it up a little bit with their rules and regulations and saying, we're not just going to say yes to everything. We're going to say no to a lot of things. No, you can't do this. No, you can't do that. No, you have to stay in line. But this Mother Goddess, I look at the hollow bone, this garden of Venus, rest and renewal. The mother is so comforting, so healing, the garden of Venus. And she teaches us how to behave through the hollow bone. And the last card we have is the Prism Oracle. Consciousness. Consciousness. How does that fit into quieting the mind? Becoming a hollow bone? I think where it fits into this is when we have our reptilian brain, we need to be conscious that there are forces that will pull us out of quieting the mind, land in between, in perfect harmony. We need to be conscious of that. We need to let our consciousness know that we are going into this space. And if something comes in to disturb that space, we're not going to allow it to disturb. It'll just be there. But it's not going to change our perfect harmony. It's not going to change yes. It's not going to change us being fearless. And we have to trust, to a certain extent, Old Man Sorcerer of the North, Mother Goddess, and the Hierophant. The Hierophant is where I said to a certain extent. Okay. So I hope that these cards made sense. In this tough time for quieting the mind. So much input is coming in. And we have to decide whether that input is in harmony or is it a reptilian thing? And so this consciousness plays into what we allow into our quiet mind land in between in perfect harmony. All right. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for joining me on this Sunday with Spirit and raising the vibration as a collective. So whenever you watch, whatever your interpretations of the cards are, we add to the collective of perfect harmony. Enjoy your week. Peace and love.